So this time from the DC Universe Batman Legacies Wave 2, we're going to take a look at the Golden Age Batman. Taking a look at the back of the package here, you can see some nice artwork with a write-up here, and the two other figures in this wave, Batgirl and Catman. Now take a look at the sculpt here. It's a much stockier Batman than the other figure, or at least it appears to me to be that way. And it appears that we have a brand new head sculpt for Batman using the same body. Now this paint job is pretty close to the old Wave 1 figure. The most noticeable change is the bat symbol, which is a nice big black bat here. The belt here is a little bit different, but it is the same color yellow. He has got this blue stripe here to indicate shading on the side there. It's alright. It's not done as well as the Golden Age Batman figure that DC Direct did, which had a sort of a zigzag pattern on there to sell it a little bit more. But elsewise, the paint is pretty much the same as any other Batman. He does have a nice skin tone here for the face. A little bit red around the sides for some reason. Just noticing that. The head here does have a more 50s and early 60s look to it, which they call this the Golden Age Batman, but it really is basically 50s Batman. You know, it's well, not really 50s. I mean, he had this look basically from the early 40s to the late 50s and on into the 60s when they gave him the bat symbol and the longer ears. You could even call this like the Dick Sprang Batman, because you know, Dick Sprang was the artist most famous for drawing this kind of a Batman, at least in my mind. You know, he had all those big, huge props in warehouses that Batman usually got trapped in or managed to defeat the villains with. So for accessories, he doesn't come with a Batarang. Funny enough, I would think they would have included a Batarang, but no such luck. I guess I'll have to find an extra Batarang somewhere, which could be a problem because Batgirl needs a Batarang as well. So hopefully I'll have enough to go around. He does have a base similar to the other bases in this wave, with the exception of it being goldish plastic instead of silverish plastic. It's still in the bat symbol thing. There's still a peg. You know, he's one of the figures that it actually works on. He can stand in the center of it pretty well. But as you saw, he really doesn't need the base to stand up. He also comes with a mini poster, a comic indicative of the age in which he comes in, and that's actually Detective Comics number 164, and that would probably be about let's see, mid-50s, I'm guessing. Not really sure on the date. Maybe even 49. So anyway, neat little inclusion. For articulation, he's got pretty much the standard DC Universe Classics articulation. Head goes up and down, left and right, although it is pretty stiff for some reason. His arms do go all the way around. The cape is soft enough to get out of the way. Really nice. His arm goes out and in, rotates at the bicep, bends at the elbow, rotates at the wrist. He's got ab articulation. And we have waist articulation. His waist, I think he does have waist articulation, but it is stuck. And so I'm not going to force the matter there. His leg goes forward and back. It's actually quite loose right there. And he goes out to the side and back in, rotates at the thigh. And there's this pretty big gap there at the thigh, unfortunately. But not enough for me to complain that much. He bends at the knee and bends at the ankle as well. I'm not going to go too much into the background of Batman because most people, even if they aren't a big comics fan, will know the history of Batman. I will say that, again, this is primarily his look from the 1950s to the early 60s, 1964, when they changed his suit to the classic black symbol in the yellow oval. The Brave and the Bold cartoon uses this as their basis for their Batman model. With him being the Golden Age Batman, he'll fit in with, if you want to do an Earth 2 JSA, which is pretty cool. And I think I'm probably going to use him as the Earth 2 Batman. He gets married to Selina Kyle, and eventually we'll have Helena as a child, and who would later become the Huntress. And eventually he becomes the police commissioner of Gotham City. And he actually gives his life willingly to warn the JSA that a threat is coming. And so he sacrifices himself to save all his teammates, Gotham City, and basically the world. One final note about this figure. There is a store-only exclusive, and that's at K-Mart. If you buy them at K-Mart, the Golden Age Batman came with a Bat-Mite. Unfortunately, I didn't know about that until after I ordered these guys online from another retailer. So I didn't want to go back and spend the money twice to buy this guy and get a Bat-Mite as well. That was pretty unfortunate that I kind of found out about that last minute. So if you're looking for this guy and you're kind of a Batman completist and you want that Bat-Mite, go looking at K-Mart. They might still have some of these guys left with the Bat-Mite figure included. And so I guess that'll be it. Stay tuned. Look for other reviews on Batgirl and Catman, the other figures in this wave. And until my next video, I'll see you.